right, what's going on, party people? This your man Griff. Um, I gotta talk a little low. My wife, she's sleeping right over yonder there, so can't be too loud. My voice carries, so I gotta keep it quiet. Okay, so I'm gonna talk nice and soft. I would pull the microphone closer, but I just personally cannot stand the microphone in the shot. I don't know how those other guys do it and ladies, but I just can't stand it. Okay, personally. So that's why I always keep my microphone off to the side and all that good stuff. So as you see the title called Common Sense Notary, a new segment I've been working on for over a year. I just haven't done it, but I've been thinking about it and um it's basically the common sense aspect of being a notary. So we're going to talk about general notary work as it relates to loan closings. A lot of people think that there's a difference. And my thought is it's not from the notarial part. Of course, there's a difference in the type of documents and all of that. But what we have to do is not that much different. It is very clear what we have to do. And what I'm going to do this evening is show you, or whenever you see this video, what I'm going to show you is the similarities in the notarial aspect of it. So follow me. I'm talking about the notarial part, not talking about marketing, not talking about the contents of the documents. I'm talking about the notarial part. And when I say contents, meaning the area above the person's signature line, everything that they are supposed to be agreeing to. That's not our concern. Okay. Now, there's this big thing everybody's worrying about. How can I learn this, that, the other about explaining the documents? Now, trainers are pushing more and more that you need to learn how to explain the documents. People don't want to work with you or deal with you because you don't know how to explain the documents. And I'm like, show me according to state law that that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Show me that what you're teaching me isn't the unauthorized practice of law for my state. If you can show me that, then I'll do it. You are just another human being, just like me. You have an idea of what you think notary should be doing. You're basing it off of what other people may be telling you, i.e., the title company or the lender. But at the end of the day, the lender, the title company, and the notary are bound by state statutes. Okay. And in some cases, federal with the lenders and maybe even the title companies. But we all got to abide by what each state that we operate in says. I only operate in Virginia, so I have to do what Virginia says. Show me how I can do what you're telling me to do in my state, then we good. If you can't, if all you can say is, well, you got to figure that out for yourself, then apparently what you're telling me, teaching me, isn't valid in my state. Because if it was, I think you will be able to strongly and confidently communicate that to me. I'm not talking about good customer service. I can give good customer service by doing my job. And what is my job? To notarize the signatures after I validated or verified who they are in accordance with my state guidelines. Now, you want me to do anything outside of that? Then you got to break it down to me. And for those of you who listening, if you want to keep playing around in this circle of should I explain, should I not? Who do I go to? Who do I not go to? Everybody has a course that they can sell you on how to explain the documents. Fred, Ethel, Timmy, Sarah, Kylie, Joaquin, everybody has a course and everybody's teaching it different. And to me, that is even more confusing than anything. That you take a course, you've been told how you're supposed to explain the documents, and then you come across somebody that says they didn't teach you right. Then you take their course, then somebody comes around, they didn't teach you right. And it's over and over and over. But the one thing nobody is concerned about is whether or not you understand how to do the notarial part. And when you ask questions about that, None of them are willing to teach you. They can all agree that they can't teach you that, but yet they agree that each other is teaching you wrong on how to explain the documents. So to me, if you, Kylie, don't believe Fred is teaching me right, and Fred don't believe Sarah is teaching me right, and Sarah don't believe Kylie is teaching me right, and Kylie still don't believe Earl is teaching me right, then of course, then why would I go to any of y'all for any kind of education? Because y'all are arguing amongst each other, not necessarily out in the open, but you're basically like, what I can teach you is better than what they can teach you. I got this. I can help you here. I can show you this. Boom, boom, boom. I just need to know how to properly notarize the documents. Oh, I can't help you with that. Well, what about no? I can't. Well, nobody can help me with that. But yet y'all can sit here and put each other down and say that what you're teaching is better than what they're teaching. Common sense. Come on now. Common sense. Common sense. Think about this logically. Get out of your emotions and let's think about this logically. Okay. So, oh, as always, thank you for liking, sharing, commenting. Thank you for being a subscriber. Thank you for joining if you want to be a part of the YouTube channel membership. And I greatly appreciate it. After doing this video, you'll see a little heart down there with a dollar sign in it. Feel free to donate to the cause of continuing to be excellent, which I'm going to be no matter what y'all give, which most people will tell me that was counterintuitive. I shouldn't, that was counterproductive. I mean, yes, I already know Mr. or Miss Word police out there going. Let me stay on track because let me say this. I know I misspeak or say words that are incorrect from time to time. Okay? I know that. But I rather misspeak or mispronounce or use the improper verbiage or participle or past part, whatever in English language, but yet I'm speaking the truth and I'm speaking what is factual concerning this business rather than be very articulate and lie. And there are a lot of articulate people in this business, but they're lying. So you want to ping me on my verbiage, my enunciation. I say it sounds like I'm saying that, DAT, instead of that. More power to you. But I would say the thing you should be focusing on is the lies that all these very, very articulate people out here are saying concerning this notary business rather than worrying about the couple of times or hundreds of times that I may say a particular word incorrectly, use the wrong um, tense of it, whether I'm you saying it past tense, perfect, I say effect instead of affect, and vice versa. That's not a big deal. I'm speaking truth. Okay. That's what matters. All right. Now, thank you for liking, sharing, and commenting, and whatever word policing you want to do to me. So, oh man, oh man. So here's the deal. A lot of people, as I said in my video earlier today, think that there's a different way to notarize if you are doing general notary work versus loan closing. That something is different in what we are supposed to do. And again, I'm emphasizing what we are supposed to do. There is no difference. Okay. So what I did, what I did was pulled up some documents that are we would deem general notary documents, non-loan closing documents, and we're going to take a look at the notarial area for those, and then we're going to take a look at the notarial area for a loan closing document. Doesn't matter whether it's a purchase, sale, it's a loan closing real estate document. And we're going to take a look and see what the differences and similarities are with them. Now, again, at the end of this, if you still want to hang your hat on, I need to learn how to explain, then that's on you. You deal with that. Okay. It's just that simple. If you're not going to do the research, to figure out why you should or shouldn't. You're not going to ask your state, should you or should you not? Is it legal for you? Do they deem that as unauthorized practice of law? If you're not going to put forth the effort in doing that, then you really don't need to be in this business. And this is to every man, woman out there in this business. This is not into anybody specific because I had to ask myself that. I had to challenge myself. Am I going to do what I'm supposed to do? And that's what the bottom line is. Am I going to properly research like I should? If I am, then cool, I'm going to learn something. If I'm not, if I'm just going to rely on people telling me what to do and never question what they say, but yet at the same time, my gut is saying something ain't right with that, and I'm never going to check it out. I'm never going to investigate. I'm never going to verify and validate it. That's on you. All right. So I went to eforms.com and the link will be in the description. I went to eforms.com, went to their power of attorney section. They got various sections, but I went to the power of attorney section, selected various different states to take a look at and see what their power of attorneys, wills, whatever looks like. So this here is from Arkansas. This is the what power of attorney, and here's the notarial area. Now, let me zoom this in a little bit. Oh, that's pretty big. There we go. So, looking at this, what is so different about this? If there's any difference, it would be right here. They say the name of principal. What is the principal with regards to a power of attorney or a will? It's the person who is the principal, the head person, the person who wants the will or power of attorney for their affairs. So the person who put this together, as it says all the way up here at the top, I, John, I, John Doe Jones, the principal, named the following person: Kwame Johnson, whose address is Court. No, this is Arkansas. Whatever. And then okay. And then okay. So that's what they're doing. They're filling this out. I just did this so you could get a glimpse. This is not what we're supposed to be doing. I'm just doing this so you can get an idea, just to get a feel for it. So this is the principal, and this is the agent. Okay. And then there's a successor, meaning the person who takes over in case the main agent is unable to. Just basic common terminology for power of attorneys. If you have a will, I'm sorry, or power of attorney will, you would know this. Okay. Most of us may not have one, so therefore we're void of knowledge when it comes to that. But that's what this is. I, John Doe Jones, whoever that person is the principal. So when you get all the way after they do all of their stuff, and you get all the way down here, the foregoing instrument, that this document was acknowledged before me on such and such date by that person, John Doe Jones, on February, oops, February 12th, 24. Your signature, now in this case right here, this here is your printed signature, okay, on this one. This here, I mean your printed name. And then your actual signature goes there. Okay, so let's take a look at this here. So this one's it said the foregoing instrument was acknowledged before me. Well, that's what this is. The foregoing instrument was acknowledged before me this date by John Fake Name. Now, what I'm showing you now is a loan closing acknowledgement. This is what you will see on a lot of loan closings. State of, county of, the foregoing instrument was acknowledged before me this, whatever the date is, by the person who the name of the person acknowledged. Okay, that's it. So, state of, county of, this document was acknowledged before me on, and the foregoing instrument means the same thing as this document. They consider these legal documents instruments. Okay, as you say, this instrumental in getting this done. This is an instrument to make something happen. Okay, so it's the state of, county of, the notarial statement, the notary signature, your seal, your printed name, commission expires. That's it. If they want your commission number, they would ask for it. But in this case, they didn't ask. It's on your stamp. Voila, you're good to go. That's it. This one here is a for a specific county called Wright County in Minnesota. The foregoing, and this here is when they are revoking a power of attorney. So it's saying the state of Minnesota, the county of whoever, the foregoing instrument was acknowledged before me this date by whoever is signing here as a principal. They got two blocks here. If there was two people, then you would put both their names there. It's that simple. Scroll up. This here is the acknowledgement of principal, meaning the person. I keep getting these here. It might be a little small, so big. I have to take it down. Acknowledgement of principal, right there, the signature of the principal who is acknowledging that all of this stuff that they agreed to is factual. That, yep, this is what I want done for me when I pass on or I'm giving somebody power of attorney to take care of my affairs. And it says county of, foregoing instrument was acknowledged before me this date by the name of the principal, whoever that person is, your signature, and then you put your stamp somewhere in here. It's a small area, but you find a way to make it work. And then as you say, well, down here, as you're going through, it says specimen signatures of the power of attorney in fact. I have no idea what that means. Never heard of that before, but you can Google it, look it up. I have not taken time out to do. This might be a Minnesota thing, but nonetheless, whoever signs here says notarization not required. Specimen signatures of attorney in fact, notarization is not required. It's that simple. Going back over here, on this date before me, personally appears somebody known to me, satisfactory evidence. I can zoom this in. There we go. This is a notarial statement off of a loan closing. So my question is, what are you getting confused about if you're doing this loan closing one that you see here on the screen versus you doing this? What's the difference? Where is it different at? Okay. See, if you're going to say that I'm concerned and I'm scared that I'm going to make a mistake, then you have to identify the mistake that you are scared and concerned that you're going to make. Well, I might notarize it wrong. Okay, then what would be notarizing it wrong? What does it mean to notarize wrong? That's the question. Whatever you've deemed that to be, once you identify that as the issue, now you got to come up with a plan not to have that happen. The issue is many of you don't want to put together a plan. You want somebody else to give you a plan. Well, tell me how not to do it. Okay, I could tell you how not to do it, but do you understand what might cause you to do it? Because if you don't have confidence in your ability to do this, if you're already nervous and scared and this, that, and the other, that means you need to really learn and understand this so you don't make that mistake when you're out there in the field on your own, when you might not be able to get me or somebody else on the phone. You don't have an NNA membership to call the hotline, or even if you do, it's busy. I've called there and the line been busy, and I don't hear back from them until the next day. So you got to be able to read, comprehend, and make a decision. And if you're not willing to do either or any of that, then I don't know how you're going to make it in this business. What is the concern? What is the problem? I might forget the stamp. I might forget this. I might forget that. Right? Put post-it notes or something to tell yourself, don't forget that. That is why, again, using the folders and you can write notes on it. Got all of this space and you can put notes on the folder to help you to understand or to remember what to do and what not to do. What is wrong with that? Well, I don't want nobody to know that I don't. Stop being prideful. Your pride is causing you to make mistakes and to miss out on opportunities to show your greatness. Let me go back to this here. And this here is a Minnesota power of attorney form. Here it says acknowledgement of the principal. The foregoing instrument was acknowledged before me. Let's see if I can zoom this in a little bit. Of course, it'd be super big. The foregoing instrument. Michael, again, how are you struggling with this? What is it that you're struggling with? And don't say anything about the area that's above their signature line. If you're struggling trying to understand all of this, then you're doing it to yourself. If you're trying to concern yourself about all of this, they need, everything is it's right here. Name and address of this person. They fill that out. And let's just say the person has all of this stuff filled out, everything that you're worrying about that's above their signature line. And note, and let me break this down because I think some people don't are still not getting what I mean. This is the signature line of the person who you are meeting with. Everything above that signature line is what they are agreeing to or swearing an oath to. And none of that is your concern unless your state law says it is. And then the question is, what is it that you're concerned about? And what is it that you're supposed to be doing? Have you been properly trained and educated in doing that to the point that it's not deemed or considered in any way, shape, or form the unauthorized practice of law? If you have been, then have at it. If you haven't, keep your mouth shut. It's that simple. But if you have this bleeding heart where you feel you got to rescue everybody, then you're going to say something that could put you in jeopardy of losing your commission. It's that simple. So where's the difficult part in this? This here's a um, a last will and testament affidavit. You read through this and you find out whether or not this meets the standard of your state statutes. Either it does or it doesn't. Either it does or it doesn't. It's that simple. The tester is the tester is the person who is creating the will. The witnesses are the people who are witnessing him sign the will. The testor and the witnesses. It's that simple. I mean, hold on one second. Testator. I might be saying it wrong. And yes, I know word police is going to be all in my comment. You said that word wrong. So what? You know what the heck I'm talking about. Okay. So this is how easy you can testator. Okay. A person who has made a will or a given legacy. How's oh man, this stuff be showing up so small for y'all. My bad. Right there. How hard is it for you to just Google, what does this word mean? What does that word mean? What is this? What is that? That's all. Legal meaning of tester, one who makes testator, the T person, one who makes and executes a last will and testament. For example, if Tiffany has a will drafted and she executes the will, then Tiffany is referred to as the testator, and Tiffany subsequently passes away. She is said to have died testate or with a will. So again, where's the difficulty at in doing this? And I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm just trying to be practical and using common sense. Where's the difficulty at in this? Before me, the undersigned authority. What did I always say? The undersigned means the person who's signing this document, this section, not necessarily the document, but either the document or the section of the document. So before me, the undersigned authority. You are the authority. You are the notary. So you are the undersigned. Undersigned means what? Person signing that document or that section of the document. And in this case, that's you. So you are the undersigned authority, and that, and if they do use undersigned, they will differentiate it between the two or three or four different people. But it goes on, it says all of this, willing, this, that, and the other, and prison witnesses, this, that, and the other. So they sign, boom, and then boom. And it's telling you who the undersigned, again, the undersigned authority, meaning the person who is the authority in this here case, which is you. Boom. It's that simple. And this is weird because typically, honestly, they normally have the signatures outside of this. You see, you got the signature and all of that here, and then they got the test store here. I have seen this now that's what was throwing me off, is that they got their signatures down in here also. They will sign down in here. And this is probably the only time you will see a signature block in the notarial area. But even if you hadn't seen it prior to now, I mean, if you had seen it and you never saw it now, you can really read what it needs to happen. There's testator signature, witness signature in the story. That's all you got to do. Then you do your part. That's it. So hold on, let me show y'all. Um, so you saw that. Subscribed and sworn. I'm sorry, down here. The Commonwealth of Virginia, Isle of Wight. The foregoing instrument was subscribed and sworn before me on this particular date by the name of the person who signed it. And in this case, in one of the training things that I do with people, this here, you don't see nobody's name here. But however, if there's going to be a notarial area, then more than likely not more like somebody has to sign the document. Sign it where? Well, typically there's a line for them to sign on. Here's a line, and if you were to see this whole document in its entirety, you will be able to figure out that yes, they need to sign there. You can't notarize a signature if there's no signature. So that means what? They had to have be sworn in by you, sign the document, and then you do your part. It's that simple. So, in a nutshell, coconut shell, that's it. If you proceed to be scared, that's going to be on you. I don't know what else to say. So I'm not even going to belabor the point. I think I was pretty clear. If I wasn't, let me know. Check out the links in the description to the e-forms. And other than that, y'all have a good night. I'm going to go do my document prep and get ready for tomorrow. Talk to y'all later. Peace.